What is up, guys? Welcome to the video. Today's video is gonna be a little bit different from the ones that I usually do. It's gonna be a more heavy video because today I'm gonna be talking about ego management and some simple truths that you must incorporate into your life in order to achieve your most desired goals. This will improve the way you see yourself, the way you see life, and the way you approach life in order to achieve these so desired goals. So stay with me. Let's jump right into the video. The first simple truth is that the world doesn't owe you a single thing. And if that's not deliberating, I don't know what is. Like, we have been so taught to expect something from the world that we feel entitled to pretty much anything. Like, we feel entitled to have a place to live, a place to eat, a place to work. But the reality is that you're not really different from anybody else in a really major way unless you make it so. And so the world doesn't owe you anything that you want. If you want to pursue something, if you want to actually achieve something, you have to set out and do it for yourself. And this was actually very liberating when I first encountered this simple truth. It was quite a while ago, but I can pinpoint the exact moment where I came to this realization and actually made sure that I understood what this meant. And this was very, very liberating, because if you know that the world doesn't owe you anything, the only way that you have to achieve something that you want is to pretty much take massive action and pursue that very same thing that you want to achieve. And so, yeah, guys, just something to think about. The world doesn't owe you a thing. This next fact goes in line with what I was saying earlier, and that is, the world does not exist to meet your expectations. And again, this is very liberating, guys. If you think that you're entitled to pretty much anything just because you're born in a certain family, maybe they're a rich family, just because you were born in a certain country that allows some freedoms or some rights to its citizens, that still doesn't mean a thing, and you should not expect the world to meet your expectations of what you want to achieve, what you want to become, what you want to do with your life, because you're not that special, not that different from anybody else. And so when you come to realize that this is true, you're actually enabled to be free of your chains that maybe you are imposing on your own minds, and actually set out and just pretty much start moving towards what you want to achieve. It can be pretty much anything, guys. And if you're not expecting the world to give you anything, or to meet, like I said, to meet your expectations, you cannot be bothered. Everything that happens will be a little blessing. If it's going that way, it will only enhance the experience you are already having, and this will just be a supplement to what you are already doing, and thus it cannot possibly harm you, guys. You will be pretty much indestructible. I kind of spoiled this one, guys, but this third truth is actually, you are not as special as you guys might think. And this is from the series of the liberating truths that I have been talking about earlier. And again, we have been so taught as we are being raised that we are this little special snowflake, and that there's nobody like us in the world. And in a certain way, that is true, because it is very unlikely that, even, like, for example, even if you had a twin, it would not be, or she would not be, pretty much the same exact being as you are, because we all have different personalities and such. But when I'm saying that you are not special, I'm talking about in the sense that you are not that different from the next human being. The world doesn't exist so you can live in there, so that you specifically can live in this world and take advantage of what it has. I mean, you should take advantage of it to the utmost of your ability, but that doesn't mean that the world exists to fulfill that actual purpose. That purpose must be created by you and must be fulfilled by you and only you in order to achieve what you want to achieve. And so the world doesn't exist in order to achieve that specific goal. It just happens to exist. Maybe there's a reason, maybe there isn't. If you believe that there is a reason, then make it so. Make it your reason. Use that reason as fuel to know what you want, where you want to go, and what steps must you take in order to reach that desired place in your life. So yeah, guys, you are not as special as you think. Number 4, you gotta understand that everyone's last best hope is themselves. And what do I mean by this? You gotta understand that if somebody does you harm, if somebody actually judges you or misunderstands you, or pretty much goes over the top against something you did, something you said, it might not necessarily be an affront and an actual personal attack to you as a person or what you actually did. It is just something that people do in order to protect themselves, because everybody knows deep down that their last best hope is actually themselves. And you should know this too. Like, if you're having a certain problem, a certain issue, there is only so much that other people can do for you and your actual issue. But the bottom line is that you're gonna be the only person or the last best hope that you can get in order to fix your problems, in order to make an order out of your life and actually try to go to the path where you are intending to walk, because nobody can walk that path for you. And if you take this fact to heart and actually embed it in your mind and just make it present at every time, you're gonna think that, okay, I am having this particular difficulty, I'm facing this very hard challenge, but I know that no matter how much help I can ask for, and I mean, you should ask for help, we're not here alone, right? But in those very critical moments, you gotta be the only person that you must count on, and that person must be reliable. But this reliable person doesn't come overnight. It must be worked on. You must exercise this fact, this priority, this characteristic out of your personality, which is reliability. You gotta rely on yourself, and you gotta be sure that you are gonna be there for yourself when that moment comes. So yeah, guys, everyone's last best hope is themselves. I'm gonna wrap this video up with probably the most important tip on ego management, and that, guys, is that change is the only constant in your life. Everywhere you go, everything you do, you gotta embrace change. You are not the same person that you were 1 year ago. I am not the same person that I was last week. We are changing every day. And this is also sometimes the reason why some relationships end, whether it be love relationships, even family relationships. They sometimes they end and they tend to cause problems because the people involved are not able to deal with the changes in the other person. And so if we are not aware of this change, things can go pretty wrong, because life is about the journey, is about a journey where you constantly learn every single day. And this causes subconscious changes in your mind and sometimes even in your body, of course, because as you age, I mean, we're not getting any younger, right? But what I mean is that these subtle things really change how your personality goes, and it molds it into pretty much what you are up to this point that you are watching this video. Who knows, maybe in a little way, in a very, very small, particular way, this video you're watching will change some point of your personality. I mean, hopefully, right? I mean, since this is a video about ego management. But anyway, you gotta be ready to face these changes, not only in yourself but also in others and the world itself. The world is constantly changing, and even if we are at a particular point in our lives where everything's going smoothly and everything's going our own way, we gotta be ready for when it changes and anticipate those changes, so when they come we are actually ready for them and change ourselves in order to best accommodate them. And again, not only in other people but the world as well. So that was it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If this content was valuable to you, be sure to comment down below on your experiences and other ego management tips that might have helped you along your journey. And if you like my content, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I upload videos every week on pretty much anything from self-improvement to surfing in the future, life improvement tips that you guys might want to check out. So yeah, I'm Martin Shred, and I'll see you guys on my next video.